Well, that was weird. I don't know what metaphors that one said, but there's the post I was sitting on. It's not that high. It's shorter than me. I'm really short. So anyway, I don't remember where I was going with all that. I felt very light and free up there, but then I realized I was on spider territory. I wasn't trying to be afraid of you. I was trying to give you your post back. He's really big. About the size of my hand. What was I gonna do or say? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Go on. I didn't kill him. Cool. Unless that's another one. Could be. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about... I got really distracted by telling you about the cemetery and praying for people. Oh, body parts. I don't remember how I got off onto the other topic, but I'll still come back to this. So, put a hand on a body part. This part's weird, but you ask it what it's trying to tell you. So, I'll do like what it needs to say. Ugh. Oh yeah, just 1 second ago I was talking about, oh, I remember how I got on cemeteries. Because I was saying like we're all aging. Like beauty products are trying to tell me to feel bad about this. And I have felt bad about it. Especially when you have severe arrested development and you still feel like you're 10. Or I used to feel like I was 8 or 7 or 6. Clearly. I never felt 6 as an adult. I think I felt 8 for a really long time. I wrote a song about it in 2016 that we almost put on a Cloudlight record. It's called Lake Michigan. I think you can find it on the YouTube account of one of my fans. His name is Chad. Chad, he spells last name Wedeven. And if you look that up on YouTube, you can hear this song. But it's super depressing about like basically being kind of floating through the memory of your own life, because I've lived on Lake Michigan my whole life, or almost my whole life, except New York City for 2 years and Appleton, Wisconsin for college. Oh, there's the spider. He's very boppy. He does not want to be in my video. Okay. Anyway, I should have put my helmet back on. What am I doing? I'm very distracted by like 3 stories. So yeah, so as recently as, 2016, I think I wrote that song before everything politically, but like right before, like October maybe of 2016. Yeah. Anyway, it was really sad. It's a really sad song about remembering being a kid and then not finding your place there, feeling sad about a lot of things there, and then it talks about being in Chicago and finding like a circle of artistic friends in my early 20s, and then them all moving away. So jumpy. Forest problems. And then them all moving away, and then feeling sad about that, and now living here and not really knowing, at the time, not really knowing what to do with my life. Because I think I had just started Ladyfest at the Lakeshore the first year, but that was very much for others. It wasn't really for me. I saw all these women that weren't getting enough opportunities to perform, so I made that festival. And I also saw that the Lakeshore was beautiful, but kind of disconnected from both Grand Rapids and from itself. And so I wanted a festival that bounced from Holland to Muskegon to Grand Haven. Well, Grand Haven, Muskegon, Holland. And I was going to rotate it every year. And it was this great big idea until I realized, like, oh, I'd be giving up my own life or my own songwriting or my own plans and trajectories if I take this as seriously as it kind of needs to be taken to do a festival that's that big. And so that was just a few years, anyway, that we did that. And now I do In the Clouds, which is just house shows, and those are way easier to organize and manage, and I tell these stories all the time. Anyway, back to, yeah, so that song was like all about arrested development, and it was kind of before I really, like, I've been doing this process. By the way, you have to have a strong imagination to do this, because if you say, okay, hey, oh, my tummy's grumbling, perfect example. If you say like, hey, tell me, what do you want to tell me? Oh, if you want more help in doing this, I just remembered, I have 11 episodes of Jessica and the Rainbow in Rainbow Land. It's go in my YouTube in the playlists, and it says Jitter in Rainbow Land, and there's like 11 episodes. And, well, there were supposed to be 12, but the very last one, I had a whole hard drive crash and I lost it. It was it was half worked on or a third worked on or whatever, but it was supposed to be 12 because that's my lucky number. Anyway, or it's my happy number. I don't know, whatever. So anyway, you take your hand, put it on the body part, and you just say, what are you trying to tell me? And you just listen. And when I say listen, it's very imaginative. And it'll tell you something. And if you want to see me act one out where I literally tell you my innermost thoughts and feelings, because now is not that time, I'm not feeling it, I do that all over the Jessica in the Rainbow Land show. Or Jessica, whatever it's called, who cares. Yeah, so I believe in that. Oh, and that's why I was saying, well, separately, cemeteries, like, we're all aging. Which gets me back to the original thing I was saying, like, this today is the youngest you'll ever be again. So, like, if you're spending your life blocked, you may not call it blocked, I call it blocked, but if you're feeling blocked, which I guess in a chakra type of way of thinking of things is like blocked chakras, but like for me it just feels blocked. I can't write songs as easily, I can't share as openly. If you feel like something in you is not being attended to, or you don't feel like yourself in some way, or you feel unhappy in some way. And I know we're all unhappy for different reasons. In modern society, there's more than enough to see as problems, because there are actual problems, but there's also joy. So anyway, rather than miss this moment of your life, the exact age you're at right now, miss the very childlike joy you could have at this age. Rather than miss that, you may be spending this now age obsessed and preoccupied with 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And the thing is, when you later wake up to realize that you did this, say you go to therapy later on, or say you get help, or say you take this really seriously later and you do all this, you're going to, at least this is what I felt. I felt like those years that I spent just nursing old wounds, it was like they weren't real. It was almost like they didn't happen because I was so not present. And part of the reason I was so attracted to my own childhood is because my childhood I was very present. So the solution doesn't even have to be as psychoanalytical as I tend to make things, or as descriptive. It can literally just be a feeling. It can literally just be like read The Power of Now or something and just get like, or trying to decide whether or not I want to promote certain books when I have complicated feelings about these books. For me, books like The Power of Now and A New Earth helped part of the problem and caused some problems too. Because if you go so into the now that you start believing time isn't real and reality isn't real and nothing is real and I'm just a mirage, and you get so down that rabbit hole of thought, then it's possible to also live a false life. Because that's not really who you were made to be. You weren't necessarily made to be someone who undoes all of the you-ness that is you by imagining that you are not real, or by allowing the expanse of all time and space to swallow you up until you are kind of nothing. And then yes, you may become like a spiritual teacher because you're so insanely good at being present, so no offense to Eckhart, but the you-ness that was you, that was causing some of those feelings and anxieties, had to get thrown away in order for you to just be full presence. Because presence became you. Like from the outside, like Eckhart, I'm outside of you and I'm telling you, you still have an ego, you still have an image, you still have a brand, it's just that now your brand is that presence. So whatever yours was naturally by how you were created by God or the universe, like that had to get kind of thrown away to live in full nowness with no storyline. So there's a lot of teachers that talk about dropping the storyline. I go the opposite way, which I don't think is right for everyone either. And it's why I often need relief from it and why I probably sound really like, a lot of the time. But if you follow your own story, if you nurture and nurse and honor your own story, and you heal the wounds inside your story, that's more time consuming than just get intensely present and all of those wounds fall away, because they will fall away. Like 200, 300, 400 years from now, those wounds are gone and you're just a spirit floating off somewhere, or whatever it is you believe. But so getting intensely present can kind of skip a bunch of steps. So I more just recommend that sometimes, do some meditation and get really present with your breath, and some of your BS stories in your brain will fall away. I prefer, personally, sort of a mix of Christianity, Taoism, and maybe law of attraction. And there's something in those that kind of balances for me. And like some yogic thinking. I don't know how to really even say that, because I don't know that much about it, but this particular guru has been very helpful. Thinking sort of about my body as a supercomputer and helping me remember that my physical health, kind of like in ancient Greece, my physical health is part of my mental and emotional and spiritual health. Which helps me remember to prioritize myself, which unfortunately the educational system was so rigidly on a schedule that the way to be a good person for those 18 years of my life was to follow. But when you get out in the world, especially if you're going to become a business owner like I did, following is a liability, not a strength. So I pleased everybody by being the best follower known to man, or at least I was able to come off that way, or was able to do that for classes. Not known to man, but an A student. There's tons of us. We're everywhere. But you miss out on a lot of things when you devote such perfectionism in your mind to following perfectly. And some families are built around that. Do what I say, not what I do. Just say okay. Learning to obey. Because a family may be trying to keep you safe, even keep you safe from yourself. But in the real world, we need to have survival skills, and we need to be, and part of a survival skill is being in touch with your own gut feelings, being in touch with, I don't know why I did my feet, but truly, you need to be able to feel the ground, feel your own heart, have a compass in you, have a compass. Like I have a compass now. Anyway, sometimes I get really teachy-preachy, and that's part of my, I don't know, karma, dharma, I don't really know. But I feel like it always goes astray if I think I have something you don't have. So if I ever talk that way, I'm really kind of just talking to my past self, because I have something I didn't have. I have something now that I didn't have as recent as 2 years ago. And that hurts. That's hard to be aging and realize that I've spent most of my life not having the thing that gives me a daily sense of peace and joy. It's like a conversion. And so that's why I feel like I'm always trying to pass on this thing, because I don't know if you have it. I suspect that anyone that would be interested in watching all of my rambles maybe doesn't have it as much as me, because why would someone who has it more than me be interested in watching me try to make sense of these new approaches to life that I'm glomming together from all kinds of different thought systems? I don't know why that would be interesting, unless you are like who I was when I was in my 20s or early 30s. It's welp. Life is weird. I was gonna write a song here, but that spider had something else to say about that. I guess I still could. There's a rainbow rock that someone put here. I got my iced coffee with it. Rainbow rock. Maybe it's not meant to be. There you go. Rock. I did a little journaling up on the stoop. This journal, that's how far I am in the journal, and I started it yesterday? 2 days ago. I don't know. I don't write on every line. I write however I heckin' want to write. Skip lines, make doodles, do whatever I want. Fun. Gotta mail my absentee ballot. Alright, here's my little Wolfie socks turned into a patch. I bought these socks for Brian, and they didn't fit. They were, I don't know, I got them at an airport in Colorado. So I gave him one and framed it, and then I made a patch for myself. Alright, I got my new waterproof green ukulele. Ah, come out! I haven't put stickers on it yet. I think I will. It's a little out of tune. Brian just tuned this when we were disc golfing. Oh, those videos will be up. Sometimes I talk like, oh, those videos aren't up yet, but I do put these up in chronological order. So by the time this one's up, that one will be up. So I hope you had fun watching me follow him around while he disc golfed. Normally I don't go with, but it was a kind of fun experience. I'm gonna make that prettier. There you go. All the birds in the sky. Ugh, it's too out of tune. Ooh. There. Here we go. Ah! Oh, it's a flat. I think this one, like, the pegs just aren't super tight, so maybe it was just losing its tuning. Sitting around since a few days ago. I actually really like things flat. I grew up on a piano that wasn't tuned very often. No offense, Mom and Dad. Like, I don't tune mine very often. But, I mean, I probably should. I make videos. Ooh, that's so bright. But I actually really like the sound of flat things. There is some science behind that. If you search, like, 432 hertz versus 440 hertz for A440, how it, like, I guess in ancient times, or even as recently as like 50 or 100 years ago, A432 was the sound that we all tuned to, was the vibration we tuned to. And it was like changed, and it's like a controversial thing in history. And I just find it interesting that I do prefer a little flat. I used to try to tune these down by like one little thing on the tuner. I'm trying to do it right now. I don't know that I can do it by ear. Because you'd have to do it all exactly equally, you know? I don't know. I don't know that that made it better. To me, that does sound a little better. I took it down a little. I mean, it's whatever. It's a little off. Okay, here we go. Or a rainbow. All the butterflies and birds floating by, I hear you, I see you, and I want to keep learning from you. Learning what to do, learning how to just be you and fly away for no reason really, just by yourself, maybe just for your health. I don't know, do you? It's just what you were made to do. What you were made to do. All the squirrels too, the gray or black ones, and the chipmunks too, the brown and black ones. I don't think there's other kinds of chipmunks, do you? I don't know. There's so many kinds of songs to sing here. There's so many kinds of ways to be here. Year after year after year, I want to keep getting a little clearer for you. For me, for you, for me, for you. There's so much we don't know here. I can feel it in my bones. There's so much we don't know here. I can feel it in my bones. I know I'm not alone. I feel it in my bones. Oh, the spider's coming. Guess he wanted to be in the song. Can you even see him? Woof. You are huge, buddy. Did you like the song? Is that why you came? Crawling up over the side like spiders do, 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 do. He's so big, but he's also so thin. You can't see his legs, even with a close-up. He knows I could squish him, but that's okay. I'm not going to, unless he scares me a lot, and I accidentally do. Ah! He's going right for the phone. Get out of here. What? There he goes. Back to his post. I knew you'd return. You are victorious. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, well, he just wanted to climb over and go back down. So I was in his way, but he doesn't even want to sit there. I'm having way too many strange political thoughts right now. About like squatters' rights, or about like population on the planet being much more than it was. How do we grow and still respect each other? How do we respect what was and move towards what is? How come both sides of both, or not even both, all kinds of equations? How do we see that we're saying the same thing? We're just saying it for opposite teams. One says respect what is, the other says we need change, but then they both say the opposite thing. I don't know the solutions. I know which team I'm on. I know. Sort of know. I guess I know. I know who vibes with me. I know. What do you do when the world wants the same thing in different ways? What do you do when the world wants to tell you its opinion about each place? What do you do when the world is what the world is, and you're just a tiny seed in view of everyone passing by, and you don't know how not to live a lie, 'cause you have lived one for your whole life, and you are trying now to get it right. I think you're a different spider, but I'm still gonna make my bag. I could leave it. Okay, so either spiders like this post or spiders like me. I don't know. Checking the bag for spiders. Checking the bags for spiders. Because there's so many spiders here. Yeah. Can you see that? I feel like it's not showing up, but it's huge. Well, I was enjoying playing that song. It was calming me down, but I'm the one who ramped myself up. I'm not gonna kill you, spider. Sometimes making videos makes me very stressed. And you would maybe think, then why do you do them, Jess? But I think sometimes writing a book makes people stressed, but they know why they want to write the book. And I think sometimes having a family makes you stressed, but you know why you want to have a family. And I think sometimes being in love makes you stressed, but you know why you want to be in love. Well, most people do. So it's just a strange impulse. I understand that it's not normal, but I love doing it. And I will probably draw many weird metaphors and bits of meaning from the fact that that's spider territory. Dun, 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 dun. I did not mean to conquer you. Oh, but that rainbow was there. I didn't bring that rainbow. I should turn it around so everyone can see it. It was kind of tucked in the corner. I see you, spider. He's like, she's back. I wonder what that feels like. I mean, like, I'm a massive, insanely massive giant to that tiny spider. I don't even think this kind bites, really. They're just here, feeling around. Well, see you later, Spidey. Lots of 3-leaf clover. Maybe I'll go to the beach now, continue my bike ride. I hope you got something out of this. I'm trying to be more and more honest the more I make these, and it doesn't mean I was lying necessarily 2 years ago. It just means I was withholding more, and I think that's normal because who knows even why I make these, and I think it's normal to withhold parts of yourself, and I still withhold a lot of myself, but I'm trying to get a little bit more, I don't want to say open. I'm trying to get a little more, or I don't want to say honest, I want to say open. I'm trying to get a little more open about certain specifics that have helped me, because I just think it's worth knowing where things come from. It's like a science-minded way of thinking about it. I look at a lot of spiritual and emotional and mental healing as scientific. That's why I think therapy is so hit or miss, because therapists can't necessarily control their own energetic reaction to you. The good ones probably can, but they can say all the right things and you can still feel all the wrong things from having the experience. And that's something that's much more mysterious than certain therapeutic processes allow for. So, anyway, have a lovely day. Bye.